Alright, so I decided to come out here around sunset. I didn't want to come out in bright daylight to do my first test of these filters. Polar Pro sent these filters to use with my Autel Robotics X-Star Premium drone. They make the filters for DJI and GoPro and so forth, but they also had them for the Autel Robotics drone. So I wanted to try it out while I got just enough sunlight out here and see how, one or two of these things will perform. What I'll do is take a shot without the filter, and then I'm going to put on the ND8 filters. Now granted, they sent me two different versions. There's one that has a polarizer, and there's one that's just a ND filter. So let's take a look, see how these turn out. Okay, so now we have a new day, new time of day, whole different lighting situation, and I'm actually going to try a new location. I'm actually more curious to see how the polarizing filter performs in this particular scenario. So let's take a ride. If you notice, it's a hazy, overcast kind of day. That's because we got some more storms coming into the Carolina region. This overcast, it changes the dynamic when it comes to your photography, because you go from too much light on a bright sunny day to not enough light when it's at nighttime to sometimes a pretty perfect balance on a nice cloudy overcast day like this. It makes it a lot easier for post-processing. Sometimes, depending on the equipment, you're able to get a lot more high dynamic range. So let's see what the drone does. I'm almost to the spot now. Alright, so here's my spot. I don't know how well you can see over there, but that's part of the river, and there's a few like whitewater spots there. But my major concern is right here above my head, right here, and those guys. But I think I can find a nice takeoff spot right over here. First things first, let's go ahead and get the quad set up and get rolling. Okay, so we got the filter installed, and what I want to show you is how the polarizer actually works on these things. Basically, when you turn them left or right, you get a different level of polarity or density or what have you. So it'll get a little bit lighter or a little bit darker based on how you turn it. I'm going to try to share my screen and see if you can see it through the camera. So now we're staring at the drone's camera, and I'm going to try to adjust the filter just by twisting it so you can see how dark or how light it gets. So there's my hand.
Video signal interference.
Okay, it got a little bit darker, but not much. Let's point it up some, see if we can really tell. Turn it back to the left. Okay, so that brightened it up just a touch. Or maybe not. Huh. Well, maybe I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing anything. It just got a little bit darker, but that may be due to auto exposure. So let me turn off the auto exposure. Okay, so exposure's locked. Nope, it didn't change. So that was a bit of a letdown. I was hoping to see a little more in a variance as far as how the exposure would look by adjusting the polarizer on it. I had to try it out with a different filter, but we'll do that a little bit later. Let's go ahead and get up in the air and get flying. This filter on does bring out the blue in the sky a little bit more, because you can't really see it with the naked eye because of all of this overcast and haze. So see, looks a little more blue there. Okay, so what I want to do is try to slow down the motion inside of that shot right there, because the water is moving pretty fast over those rocks. So let's give it a little bit of a motion blur and give it sort of a silky look there. Go into the shutter speed and try to slow it down a little bit, because I want to give it a little more of a silky blur look on that water. So we'll tap settings here, we'll go to manual mode, and we're going to slow that shutter down as much as we can. Alright, so that's 1/15th of a second, 1/10th, 1/8. Okay, see, that's a little too much. Let's try right about there, 1/8 of a second. And we'll snap the camera. Alright. Get a different angle. Snap it again. Alright, so now we'll take a look at video again. Go into manual, make sure all of that's good to go. It is. Alright, so let's go into video mode. And you notice the video mode is just a tad dark. But all of that could be fixed in post. Okay, so that test, not so sure what to think of it. I'm using an ND8 filter with the polarizer, and granted the sky did look a little more blue than what it looks with my own eyes, but I'm a little surprised at the performance on that particular filter. I guess I have to try ND16 or something next up. They sent me a couple different ones, so I'll try another one and see how my mileage goes on that one. So I think I finally got it. If you look at the camera now, I'm looking out the window on top of my dinner table, and you see this little glare right there. All right, so let's watch that glare as I turn the filter to see if I can get a little more intensity. Just trying to get a little more intensity from the filter. So I'm going to turn it, and you'll see that shadow and glare, it starts to go away. All right, see, it went away. If I twist it a little more, it comes back. All right, so it does its job. Personally, I would like for it to get a little bit darker, but from a polarizing standpoint, it does its job on getting the colors to be a little more vivid. So we'll play with this a little more. Probably need to make some marks on top of the filter or something to know where to turn it and where not to turn it. I have the ND4 polarizer filter on, and it's about 7:30 p.m. Saturday evening. This is perfect lighting, and I set the polarizer to the highest intensity, and okay, these things look really, really nice right now.
Video signal interference.
Never mind the video signal, but you'll be able to see from the footage how good this is. See, that's the river where I'm normally hanging out, and it's beautiful from this view. And look at the greens, look at the water. This is really nice, this ND4 filter with the polarizer. I'm pushing it far as my remote connection, so it's going to come home now, which is fine. I think I've proven my point. But this thing is really nice with the polarizer right now. Okay, there you have it. Those are the Polar Pro lens filter kits for the X-Star Premium drone. I think this is a pretty good product. You can get them online about $70 depending on the retailer. Check out Amazon.com. Check out the Polar Pro website. You can find them for just about any model out there. Check out the DJI line if you have to. I think these are pretty good value and can really help up your game in the world of drone photography and drone video. So I appreciate them sending them over and letting me take a look at them and test them out. Be sure to check it out on Amazon or check it out on the Polar Pro website. I'll put some links at the bottom. Thanks for watching. Click that like, click that subscribe button, share it with others, and stay tuned for the next video.